Okay, so one of the most common arguments I get for why the movie industry is dying has to do with affordability. It's probably the most common comment that I got on my other two videos, the videos I made about all the technology that movie theaters are using to bring people back into the theater. So the common conception is that going to the movies was already getting expensive before COVID, but then COVID happened, and then inflation went through the roof, and now it's just way too expensive to go to the movies anymore, and that the moviegoers are not coming back. Well, in my other video, I went through all the data to show that that's not really happening. People are coming back to the movies. I still maintain that the biggest problem is the output of movies that Hollywood is actually making, which I think is getting better. I think that the lineup for 2026 is pretty great. There's a lot of buzz about a lot of the movies that are coming out this year, so I think that will motivate people to come out to the movies. So I think that that's a ship that's righting itself. However, average ticket prices are going up. Right now they sit between $10.50 and $11.50, depending on which data you use, which is nearly double what it was 20 years ago. However, there's a lot of context that has to be considered now that we didn't used to consider. For instance, the movie ticket price is going to change depending on what experience you go to see. So if you do want to go see a premium experience like a IMAX or 3D, it's going to cost more than the standard 2D. Not to mention ticket prices also vary by region. So if you go to a movie theater in the heart of Manhattan, even on matinee day, it's probably going to cost more than if you were seeing it in a small town somewhere in the Midwest. So would it be more affordable to see a matinee or go on discount day rather than see a premium experience? Yeah, probably. And it used to be the matinees and stuff like that were only for the standard 2D films. But as I'm going to show you, it's all of them now. It's actually really difficult to look at these numbers because the actual price of a ticket is not necessarily the advertised retail price for the ticket. So for instance, if I spend enough money throughout the month and I'm signed up to a free loyalty program and they give me a free movie at the end, that still counts as a ticket sold. So when all the trade organizations count up how many tickets were sold throughout the year, that still counts. So I would say nowadays, the average ticket price should probably be taken with a grain of salt now. But on the moviegoer side of things, it's important to keep in mind that affordability is really subjective. So is it affordable to get a Disney Plus subscription when you already have one for Netflix and HBO and Paramount? Maybe. It depends on the person, and it depends on how often you're going to use it. So a lot of this does come down to moviegoing habits of both casual moviegoers and loyal moviegoers. So most movie chains now have a free loyalty program, and increasingly they have subscriber-based loyalty programs. And some of them are kind of insane. These programs are a game changer for the industry. They're helping movie chains cover the cost of overhead, they're getting more people to go to the movies, and they're making movies more affordable for everyone. And they're increasingly popular. Like, people really like using them. So I'm going to go through the loyalty programs of the top 3 movie chains in the US. I assure you there are loyalty programs for just about every big chain worldwide now. I'm just going to go through the top 3. But before I do, I just kind of want to break down the types of things that movie theaters are doing now to make movies more affordable. Because even if you don't have one of these top 3 chains in your area, chances are most movie theaters have some version of these now. So I'm just going to give you a bird's eye view of what the movie theaters themselves are doing and how what they're doing is making movies way more affordable now. The first thing is flex box office pricing. So a lot of movie theaters are doing this now where they offer a different price depending on the showing. And it's like a matinee, except it's not at the same time every week or every day. It's different times. And the prices often change in real time. Some movie theaters are even using AI. They're using predictive modeling to determine which movie showings are going to have lower traffic. So for example, if a movie underperforms when it opens, the predictive model can determine, like Saturday mornings, the first 2 showings, they'll just offer at a lower price to kind of encourage people to come out and see the movie. So they're already using this on Fandango. So if you use Fandango, a lot of times you'll see under the show time, you'll see a different price. And that's what that is. That's the movie theater slashing the price based on the showing. The second thing to look out for is discount days and promotional holidays. So these are becoming a much more regular staple at movie theaters, and they're very popular. So for example, AMC offers discount Tuesdays for members only, but they just recently, as of last year, started offering 50% off Wednesdays, and that includes all formats. So if you want to go see something on IMAX on a Wednesday, they'll offer you 50% off, which is kind of insane. So Tuesday was already their best attended weekday, but that's fast becoming Wednesday, because if you can imagine 50% off any format, that's just wild. Also, Regal started offering early bird pricing on the weekend last year. And of course, some chains will offer special screenings for special occasions and seasons and holidays and stuff like that. So for instance, during the summer, Regal will offer $1 movies as part of their Summer Movie Express, which they've been doing for a number of years. And they do that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And that makes it a lot more affordable for people with families and people with kids. Cinemark also has Summer Movie Clubhouse, where the tickets are $1.75, and there's also discounts on concessions too. And so the third one is the big one that I'm going to talk about for the rest of this video, and that's all the discounts and deals and membership perks that you get if you sign up to these loyalty programs. You'd be surprised how much money you can save if you sign up to the free loyalty program, even if you don't go to the movies that often. I mean, it definitely helps if you go more often, but even if you only go occasionally, there's still deals that might apply even on your first viewing. So I would say if you go to the movies at least once or twice or even 3 times a year and you're not already checking out these loyalty programs, you're missing out. So I'm going to go through the top 3 movie chains, and I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show you what they offer. I think it will blow your mind. Hopefully by the end of this video, I will have converted you to my religion. I don't know what it's called, but it's a religion where we worship the movie theater. I hope to turn you into a disciple. Okay, so I'm going to start with Cinemark. Cinemark is the 3rd biggest movie chain in America. They've got a free loyalty program called Movie Fan, and they've also got a subscriber-based loyalty program called Movie Club. The Movie Club version is $10.99 a month. The free version, you get all of this stuff. You get points every time you spend money. Of course, you get a free birthday gift. They all give you a free birthday gift if you sign up for that. But as far as the Movie Club, you get 1 free ticket a month. There might be an upcharge if you go see like IMAX or 3D or something like that. But you do get 1 free movie ticket a month. So it's like, it basically pays for itself. So it's $10.99 a month. So you're getting 1 ticket to go with that. Plus you get 20% off concessions. They waive all the fees, although I kind of feel like that's a bit of a racket. I mean, I feel like they just add the fees so that they can offer to take them away if you sign up to be a subscriber or whatever, but they all kind of do that, as you'll see, but that's whatever. They also have member pricing if you get more than 1 ticket for a particular showing. So if you have a bunch of people going to see the same movie, you might save money on that. And then if you scroll down here, they've got something called Movie Club Platinum, which what that is if you visit 25 times or you purchase 60 tickets in a calendar year, then you automatically get upgraded to Platinum. And that, of course, you get to earn more points, and you get 2 free credits automatically. And those actually, you can get them by maintaining it as well. So if you go a whole calendar year, even if you're at Platinum and you qualify for this again, you'll get an additional 2 credits every year. And you also get 25% off snacks, which is kind of a nice perk. Cinemark also has a bunch of different discounts. Discount Tuesdays is probably the biggest one. That one is 50% off all tickets. There are some restrictions, like for movie premieres and holidays and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's 50% off, and it's any format. Other discounts include, like the usual, there's a senior discount day, there's a student discount, a military discount, which they've always had for as long as I can remember, family discount day, and of course the matinee. So moving on, the second one is Regal. Regal's a pretty big movie theater chain. It mostly got big because it acquired a bunch of little movie theater chains over many years, but it's also got a free loyalty program and a paid loyalty program. The free loyalty program is called Regal Crown Club. You don't really get much with the free version. You get 100 credits, which are like points for every $1 that you spend. That does include your subscription fee if you end up upgrading, and any convenience fees that you pay. And you get a birthday gift, of course. They all give you a birthday gift, which is nice. But the paid version, Regal Unlimited, this one's kind of tricky. It's going to take a minute for me to explain it, but I'm just going to tell you what the perks are. unlimited movies, which is kind of insane. You can literally watch any movies that you want, anytime that you want. Of course, where you can watch them depends on the subscription tier that you get, and I'll explain that in a minute. But you can watch any movie. There's a upcharge if you watch like IMAX or 3D or whatever, but there's literally no limit on how many movies in a month you can watch. So you can watch 30 movies, you can watch 1 movie, you can watch 10 movies, literally no limit on how many movies you can watch. It has a refer a friend program, so you get points if you refer a friend, 10% off concessions, of course, and various other rewards that you could get. Okay, so here's the tricky part. When you go to subscribe, it's gonna ask you to pick what theater you're going to watch this at, and then it's gonna base your tier off of what theater you plan to make your primary theater. Or another way of looking at it is you choose the tier based on which theaters you want to go watch movies at. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example from Vegas. This is Vegas. These are all the theaters in Vegas, and you can see that all the plans are listed underneath each theater. So there's only one that's at the basic tier, which is the Cinebar Palace Station, which, if you look at the reviews, not so great. But if you just got the basic tier, that's the only theater in Vegas you'd be able to use your subscription at. If you got Unlimited Plus, which would be the next tier up, you'd get to go to any of these theaters that have Unlimited Plus. And there's one here that's Unlimited All Access, which is because this is a luxury theater. Regal Summerlin Luxury is a really nice, fancy theater. So if you wanted to go use your subscription at that theater, you'd have to get Unlimited All Access. So I went and did the digging for the numbers so that you don't have to. And this is what you're looking at for the different tiers. For Unlimited, the number on the end here is the monthly rate. So it's $25.99 a month for the basic version, $27.99 for the Unlimited Plus, and $29.99 for the most expensive one, which is still pretty insane. So for $30 a month, you could go to this theater in Vegas, which is the nicest theater that Regal has in Vegas, and watch anything you want all month long, which is kind of insane. Now, as far as what these other tiers are, you can subscribe for the 3-month, the 6-month, or the 1 year. But near as I can tell, there's no real benefit to that other than you're locked into a certain price. So if they ever raise the price, you already got the deal. So if you want to get this for a whole year, then you're locked in on that price and they can't raise it. As far as I can tell, that's the only benefit to getting a longer term or contract or whatever you want to call it. Because I thought initially that it was like with a cell phone carrier, where they'll give you a deal if you pay several months in advance. But if you do the math on all these numbers, it's just $25.99 times 3, 6, 12, whatever it is. So there's you're not saving anything by getting one of those terms. But once the term is up, then you'll be charged the monthly rate after that. Also, Regal does this Best Picture Film Festival every year, which just happened. But it's kind of cool. It's got it's $7.99 per ticket for each movie. There's different combos available, and I think it's kind of cool that theater chains are bringing people out to go watch these types of things. I think events like this are probably going to become more common. Like I was saying in the intro, I think events or event pricing is going to be a thing moving forward. So I just wanted to highlight that because I'm pretty sure Regal started this. So, okay. And finally, that brings us to AMC, which I think is probably the best one, especially if you like seeing movies on nice formats like IMAX and 3D and stuff like that. This is the one that I think prioritizes the premium experience the most. So AMC has 4 tiers. 2 of them are free and 2 of them are paid. Insider is the very first tier of the free version. You get 20 points for every $1 that you spend, and you get $5 off every time you get 5,000 points, which probably takes a while to accumulate if you're not going that often. but it's whatever. You get to redeem those points on concessions. Of course, you get a birthday gift. You get a different birthday gift if you upgrade, but you at least get a popcorn. 50% off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because AMC actually introduced discount Wednesdays, like I said, so that's another reason why I would probably prefer AMC. And then you get all this other stuff too. The Premiere Go, so that's also like leveling up. That is 8 visits per year or 5,000 points earned. So if you earn 5,000 points, then you automatically get upgraded to the Premiere Go, and so you start to accumulate points faster. You could use your points on tickets as well as concessions. They waive a bunch of fees, but not all of them, strangely. And then you get all these other perks too. Your points don't expire once you get to that point too. And you also get priority lanes, which actually I think is a pretty good perk. That's where you don't have to wait in those long lines to pick up your concession or your tickets or whatever. So for some people who are like in a hurry, the priority lane can be a nice thing to have. And then there's Premiere, which is the first paid tier. It's not really a tier. I kind of think of it as if you want to skip ahead to Premiere Go, but you don't want to like take all the time to accumulate the benefit of it. This one is $17.99 a year. And at first I was like, why would anybody pay $18 a year to get basically the same stuff that you get for free? And it's probably because you still get perks at this level. You just get more perks for faster. So in the long run, if you go often enough, and you don't want to pay for the premium tier, but you do want to get all the perks, and you don't want to have to pay for the fees, and you want to get the priority lane and stuff like that, and you just pay one $18 fee, and that covers you for the whole year, and you just don't want to deal with all that stuff, I could see that being a benefit for some people. But the real benefit to AMC is the A-List tier, because with the A-List tier, you get all this stuff, but the big thing is you get to watch up to 4 movies every week, and there's no limitation on the format. So that's like 16 movies a month that you get to watch if you subscribe to this, and you could watch any format you want. And you might be wondering, gee, how much is that? And again, that depends on where you are, but it's not, unlike with Regal, it's not based on the theater, it's based on the market that you live in, the like where you live geographically. So again, in my case, I'm using the example of Las Vegas. This is a theater that's in Las Vegas, and I could choose it as my primary theater. And it's asking me if I ever plan to use my membership in other states, which if I say yes, then it's going to show me what the different tiers are based on where I can use this subscription. So if I don't want to worry about where I can use it, if I want to be able to use it anywhere, it's $28 a month. The second tier, you get to watch it in basically every state, except for California and New York. And the basic tier, if you don't plan to watch it in any of these states, or if I don't plan to watch it in any of these states, then I can get the basic tier, which I probably would. I would probably get the $24.99 or the $23.99 because I probably wouldn't need to use it in any of these other states. I do go to Colorado sometimes, but I don't know if the states are going to be different. Like if you are in Ohio, I don't know if like you're going to see a different list of states, or if these are just always the same states. I don't know, but that's how AMC does it. It does it based on the market, based on where you plan to use your subscription. If you want to use it everywhere, then it's an extra $4 a month. But even if you get the $28 a month, that's $28 a month for up to 16 movies a month. So basically, if you watch like 2 IMAX movies a month, you're paying for the subscription that way. If I'm the kind of moviegoer that I like to see movies in the best format possible, and I don't want to have to choose or pick and choose or pay extra if I want to see it in a nice theater, I feel like the Regal might cost a little more in the long run if that's the type of moviegoer you are. If you're the type of moviegoer that you don't really care what format it's on, I think Regal is the best one by far, because you literally don't have any limit on how many movies you can watch. But if you're the type of moviegoer that you like to see it on the best format possible, then AMC is the way to go. Because this theater right here, AMC Town Square, has all of this, and that's pretty dope. that's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. There's also something else I should mention. It's called AMC Classic. You'll see this occasionally. I get the sense that this is only certain theaters that might be older theaters. I don't know if they're run down or not, but like, it's one movie a week for $15 a month, but it's only certain theaters. So if you go to the page for the A-List Classic, and then you scroll all the way down, it does have a list of all the theaters that are considered AMC Classic theaters. So if you live in one of these markets, I do not. I don't live anywhere near any of these places, but if you do, I might check that out. Again, if you only think of going like once a week, that might actually be a good deal for you. And you do get all of these other perks as well. You get rewards, you get free upsizes, and you can watch movies on any format, obviously, so that might be a way to go. And like I said, AMC is also copying Regal, so they also have a Best Picture showcase for the Oscars. They actually have a program called AMC Artisan, which is kind of interesting. I feel like they're making a concerted effort to push more indie films that maybe didn't get seen as much, so I would be on the lookout for that. They also have Discount Fan Faves, which is a similar kind of program where they are just picking movies based on a certain theme, like this is the Best Picture fan faves that they did. They also have Voices of Hope apparently coming up. Actually, that probably just happened. Oh no, that's going on right now. So these are like inspirational films or religious films, I guess. Women's History Month, which is wrapping up here pretty soon, I guess. So I would check that out. Go to AMC's website every now and then to see if they've got like a series that they're doing. Or if you are just looking at a theater and you see these movies from back in the day pop up, that's probably why. Which I think is kind of cool that they're doing that now. But yeah, that's AMC. Probably the best rewards program out there right now, just based on everything that you get. So I'm gonna recommend AMC. Check it out if you have an AMC near you. See what kind of theater it is. See how much it would cost you to get a subscription. If you go often enough and you have a Dolby Cinema near you, what are you doing? Like, just take advantage of it. Again, if you go twice a month, that basically pays for it. So yeah, that's AMC. Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of what's out there. Hopefully I blew your mind, especially with that A-List AMC tier, which just blows my mind. I cannot believe that that's a thing that I didn't even realize until I started doing this video. But if you haven't been to the movies in a long time, check out your local theater, whatever it is, even if it's not a chain, and see if they have a loyalty program. Maybe it's like one of those old-timey ones where they give you a little punch card, something, you know, like, I mean, at this point, every business, not just movie theaters, but every business that's going to survive needs to have a loyalty program. And so chances are your local theater, even if it's not part of a chain, it probably has a loyalty program. So I would say check it out. Also see if they have any of these other programs like the summer movie program or spring break program or educational series, whatever it is. So if you used to go to the movies a lot and you're wondering if it's time to go back, it probably is. You should go check out these things that I just showed you. And if you've taken advantage of loyalty programs that I didn't mention, feel free to drop them in the comments and let other people know about them. I really do believe that the cinema is entering a new golden age. I really do. Movies look and sound better than they ever have, like I said in the other videos. And if you really take advantage of some of these deals that we now have access to as moviegoers, I'm telling you, there's never been a better time to go to the movies. So I say take advantage while supplies last. I cannot offer you a money-back guarantee, but I assure you, if you start going to the movies more often, you will be rewarded. And so with that, fellow humans, take care.